Welcome back. Now, it's been a very interesting Monday in the markets, and you don't need to adjust your screens. I'm sitting here with my hoodie on, ready to go look at the markets because Twitter, we need to take a look at it. And we're also going to look at more in what I call Musk land. Now, I'm wearing my hoodie here because we're going to go into ninja mode. We're going to just focus in on the charts. Okay, I'm going to give you some key levels to look at on a variety of markets here, starting with Twitter. So let's take a look at the charts. And before we do that, an important reminder that trading and investing can be extremely risky business. Therefore, it's your responsibility to evaluate any information, opinion, advice, or other content contained in this video. All right, so let's look at the chart of the Qs. That's the tech ETF that many of you trade. And we're going to then look at the Twitter and Tesla stocks individually. Again, focusing on what I now call Musk land. So looking at the Qs, you can see that today's low, at 322.43, was just above support level here at 322.02. So that's based on this nano application, this GAN levels application that I use. I teach that in the GAN candlestick system, and it's also tied to my favorite way to discover support and resistance based on price bars, which I highlight in 4 zones RSI coverage system. Below that, we have the low from March 14th, which is very important if we see any further weakness. But I think we're more likely to see a little bit of a recovery higher from this bar. How far high up we go depends on a couple things unfolding. First is how we see the price behave at 335.79. That comes from my GAN trading patterns concepts. And then at 340.54, again, a nano level. It's a really cool twist where I take GAN applications and I'm able to find support and resistance levels within price bars. All right, so here you have the resulting numbers. So take a look at them, monitor them on your chart, trade as per your plan, but keep my ninja level analysis in mind. And now let's look at the chart of Twitter itself. So here you can see what's been unfolding ever since I was just trying to take a relaxing trip in Mexico, and then Elon Musk comes out and tells the world, hey, I am looking to take over Twitter. First comes in, gets like a 9% stake, and now here we are with Twitter accepting the offer as per the latest news. So we have a move higher in the market right now off of these lows from April 12th. You can see the RSI power zones have been continuing higher, and that started way before the January 24th low. But we did have some disagreement between price and momentum that led to setups that my RSI power zone students can easily identify. So where are we now? We are retracing our tracks from the July 2021 high, and we're about halfway into that move. So let's focus in on the most recent action. So based on the latest news, again, there's an agreement for the shares to be bought at about $54 and change per share. But let's just look at this as if nothing changed. What are the price levels ahead? So you can be ready in case there's any other pivots in the news or anything else goes on, all right? Again, we're just going in ninja mode, focusing on it's just a chart, right? So if it's just a chart and we're just setting the news aside, had I not even heard this news today, looking at the price action, I would see that there's resistance at 52.57. Again, another nano level based off of my approaches that I teach in GAN candlesticks and 4 zones RSI. After that would be the April 5th high because that was very important in terms of the recent price action and capping it. On the downside, if there's any sort of weakness ahead in Twitter while all this unfolds, there's the 48.73 old top, and there's this level at 47.11. All right, so these are the levels to watch if you are monitoring Twitter and watching as this now new deal gets navigated. So let's finish out with Tesla, because I said we're going to go to Musk land. And right now we're just looking at the chart based on the close at 4 p.m., not worrying about any overnight action at the moment, because again, it comes down to the chart, comes down to the data. You know, guys, a lot of people put focus on earnings, and earnings are absolutely important. The thing is that earnings get estimated, earnings get revised. Price data is fact. It will never change once it's plotted, once it's done, right? So that is why I rely on it so heavily, and that's the basis of technical analysis. So now looking at what's been going on with Tesla, this has had a little bit of a weaker picture than what we just saw in the Qs or Twitter. So we have a little platform of support that's really been supported by 954.46. That ties to the 50% retracement. That's something I teach in everything from my Gann Trading Methods book through all my courses in education. It's such an important level to monitor. And if there's any weakness below that 954.46, 889.88 is the next most important level to watch. Now, after looking at those supports, let's look at the resistance that are up above. So looking at the 1044.32, that's again a nano level. You hear me say it a lot, but again, I teach this concept in the Gann candlesticks trading system, and it's re-emphasized and revisited in the 4 zones RSI coverage system. There's also the high here from the actual April 21st high at 1092.22. So there you have it, guys. Okay, just focusing in on one thing here, because the markets are really wild these days, and if you ever feel overwhelmed, you just need to narrow in on one thing, and here we're just focusing in on price. So you have 3 sets of support and resistance levels for the QQQ, Twitter, and Tesla, and we'll see what unfolds in these wild times. So remember to subscribe, like, follow, and comment. Let me know down below what it is that you'd like to learn more about, and I'll catch you next time. You can sign up at the link to get my hot, timely, actionable updates as soon as I publish right to your inbox.